that woman, in a sense, has killed her baby. Killed in the sense the baby is no longer human. It's effectively an artifact. It's an artifact in human disguise.
When we start modifying our brains with technology, then it does change us from the word go. Then it starts to give you abilities, and you believe you can do things outside the normal realms of humanity. So eventually your brain, you and your brain becomes part human, part machine in a true sense. So your values, your morals start to change immediately. You become a cyborg. Then your morals, your ethics, I think, would be completely different. I think that transhumanism is quite a big group. The transhumanists are looking at all different ways of humans evolving, becoming post-human, because it's going to happen, and it's better that we discuss them now rather than suddenly be hit with some of the realities in a few years' time.
There will be cyborgs. I see that as inevitable. But I don't think it's going to solve the problem. In fact, I think it'll just make it worse, because these cyborgs are no longer human, in effect. They'll be sort of superhuman.
I think when implants become more acceptable, humanists that want to stay human, the Terrans maybe, as Hugo would call them, I can't see them ultimately having much power, and that there are certainly some humans that are against having implants, that are against becoming a cyborg. It's difficult to see much of a positive future existence for them, that clearly the world is going to be dominated either by intelligent machines or cyborgs.
I think the big problem is that.
All right, Shalom. First of all, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Makakadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutation to all the brothers and a few sisters out there. Unto his like foreigners from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Shalom in the Hebrew, which means peace. As you can clearly hear what this man said, this is one of the elder bros sent it. Transhumanism. We should be very alarmed. Now, I believe it's a woman. Obviously, she narrates this whole thing, and she put these videos together. I don't know how old this thing is, but it's old enough to make it old enough and relatively relative to the times that we are in, to make it known in the seriousness of this time, because we are here consistently. Many brothers in GMS, we are consistently reminding you. Hey, even though we sometimes we might not even talk about the M.O.T.B, but it's like the spirit consistently makes sure we speak on the M.O.T.B, which is the mark of the beast. All right, and you heard it from this devil, and you heard it from the other devils. Those of us that refuse that M.O.T.B is pretty much marked for death, which is part of the plan. What I mean by the plan is part of the persecution, is part of the act of faith. You know, it's not a light thing. It's some serious, dangerous things that's coming to not a theater that's near you. It's coming to real life. All right, when everybody has to make a tough decision, either you want to fit in with the crowd, or you be as one with the crowd. And might I add, you do not control yourself. You are giving up your rights to serve an animal who got lucky, all right, and telling you how to be. Isn't it amazing? The basis of men who given a his 15-minute opportunity is gonna tell you how you supposed to be. And this whole documentary is pretty dope. I listened to the majority of it. It's not that long of a listen. This one kind of stick out to me because it's a simple fact is they said that those who don't want to be will pretty much be persecuted and be hated. You know, and the ultimate goal is to maintain humanity at 500 million, which is more easily control. This is why they consistently say that there's going to be a shocking events, and there's a undertone of the number of people that's going to get depleted. They try to say it within next year. So there's a there's going to be a season. Matter of fact, let me get that. There's going to be a season of just nothing but pure chaos to bend people to their will, and that's how they want things to be. And they're gonna see who fits. They're gonna about be survival of the fittest. It's gonna be about who fits, who they desire. So Ecclesiasticus 3:1. To everything there's a season and a time to every purpose under heaven. A time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant, a time to pluck up that which is planted. So the right now you're seeing a lot of people that have children. There's it's like they kind of, well, it's not kind of, it's a demonic spirit that's going on, especially with these white women in general. And that spirit is they desire to be whores, independent. They don't want no responsibility, so they're willing to kill off the thing that comes out of them, which is their children. Well, in this case, their kids. No problem. And is a fetish. He said throughout this whole year, women has been taking their children out. So we are definitely in a time of death, definitely a time of dying. All right. Now this is not the time to be having children, not the time to be born, but it's still gonna happen anyway. All right. This is not a time to plant or set things up in the society because things are about to get plucked up. We must know what time we are in. And we know for a fact we're in the time of prophecy. We're in the time of the M.O.T.B. This is the most important prophecy left. We already in World War III. It hasn't heated up yet, believe it or not. But everything's leading to the M.O.T.B. It says a time to kill and a time to heal. And this is going to be the time of killing. We're coming in the time of killing because the elites are forcing everybody's hands to go against one another. They're forcing the class war, the race wars, and so forth, so people could take themselves out. Remember, the name of the game they're trying to accomplish is to depop the majority of the people of the world. All right, and the only people that's gonna be healed is the elect. Everybody else is people got spirits on them. People literally got spirits on them. Heavy demonic spirits. It says a time to break down, a time to build up. And it says a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance. And we're not in a time of laughing, we're not in a time of dancing, we're in a time of mourning. People can't afford nothing. They can't afford nothing. They can't go out, afford to go to the clubs and waste money. Damn near every is you barely can eat outside because you don't know what's going on. It's being poisoned. Reality is starting to sink in the minds of many people, and then realizing that mirth spirit is gone. All right, let me just jump down to the good thing. Verse 8: a time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. So we're in a time of war. All right, we're in a time of great decisions need to be made. Ever since 2020, was it? Or 2019? Ever since that C19, things have drastically changed. So no longer is a people cared about each other; they just cared about themselves. There's more of a selfish spirit. All right. Now now they're given the opportunity for people to decide what they want to do, and a lot of people is going to take that decision and run with it. They're going to bend people to their will. Isaiah 32 and 5, it says, "The vile person shall no more be called liberal, nor the true said to be bountiful." The vile person is Esau Edom. All right. The liberal, he acts as if he's almighty, is a nobleman. There's nothing noble about these people. Nothing at all. They're corrupt. They're sick. Okay. They're just evil individuals, and all they're planning is to throw everything upside down, and everything to bend to their will. But they're gonna come as peaceful people that will come with a solution. They'll come to you as they care. They'll come and kiss babies, and at the same time, at that night, they'll take that baby and do what they do best. But this is the people that we're dealing with, and everybody, the Lord is exposing this man on the highest level. But a vile person will speak vehemently. Yeah. And one hand, they tell you, "Oh, it's about Operation Freedom. Is about freeing and liberating these people from this tyrant and so forth." And we're living under a tyrant right now, who's forcibly causing a famine, who's forcibly destroying the workforce, who's forcibly destroying everything that he could get his hands into, whose family has gotten richer as he's still sitting as the president. So corruption is all over the fucking place. And everybody is watching, everybody's seeing, okay? There's corruption across the board. And they're giving more rights to the most abominable things that you could possibly see and know compared to the righteous. All right. As I was sitting there watching the local news, and they was talking about that Clancy, whatever the goddamn Satan. That's her name. But and when you watch the local news, they kind of melatonin, like they just sick in the middle. They just did a report. I give them that much. When you watch like CNN, Fox, they give their opinion. But even in that sense of uh, not giving an opinion when it's something that deals with children is quite foretelling. Like, yeah, this is what's happening. This, that, to the third, and that's that. Right? And everybody's is real demonic because we know they're taking sides. They're promoting this narrative that doesn't exist, and by giving excuses for the behavior that was done of destroying a life. And the bitch got a sister, she had a nanny, she had everything that she wanted, but now they trying to make it seem like it's a medication that was taken. It was all sorts of things. They said that she was hearing voices in the ear. So this devil is trying to push a certain type of narrative that is okay to destroy life outside of the woman's body and inside the woman's body. All right, they trying to make shit normal. They speak like a villain. They really speak like a villain. They just try to make wickedness sound like um, Eddie Murphy in Vampire in Brooklyn. Evil is good. That's how they try to. That's why they try to push out there. Matter of fact, hold on. As I said that, Isaiah 5. No, how do I get to Micah? 5:20. No, yeah, 5:20. It says, "Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil. That's put darkness for light and light for darkness. That put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter." And that's the exact thing that's happening right now in this society. That which is evil is not evil. They arrested an NFL owner because he wanted to get some. He wanted to go pay to get some buns, and he went to go have sex with a woman, and then they try to um destroy the man. Oh, he's only getting away with that because he's a billionaire. Oh, why he gonna get a 1100 $20,000 prostitute and this that to the third? But let it be a man with a man, then this society will just they'll praise it because we live in an evil fucking society ran by evil individuals. So they're gonna make everything seemingly that is wicked good. All right, and it says in his heart he worked iniquity, and we could see that, which is heart in the Hebrew is lab. In their minds they work iniquity. We're working on ways to trap everybody. That's all they're doing is an entrapment, literally an entrapment. All right, that's all this whole thing has been about taking away people's rights. Oh, sorry, people's privileges, and then forcing everybody to take that. You know what? And giving them the notion that becoming a machine is the involve like the whole video is ill because it was telling you like that's the new it's an evolution of man. All right, to be connected to machine. That's a whole concept, and that's what they want. It's just to practice hypocrisy, to utter error against the Lord, and that's perfect. To utter error against the Lord, saying being a man is not good enough, being a woman is not good enough. Nah, you got to be the opposite. No, you know what? Not only you got to be the opposite, you have to evolve, and the best way to evolve is by technology. That's exactly what they selling to the people. When you watch this particular documentary, which was ill, that's exactly what they're selling you. They're selling you immortality. They're selling you um, evolution, become a cyborg, become more than a human being. All right, they're trying to sell people godship, but in reality, it's just nothing but enslavement. All right, you're gonna be enslaved by this one thing, and it's straight in your face. And the whole documentary, they show you how they condition people to accept it. They show you how what is their plan, how they plan to execute it. But what's their plan for those who refuse it? And those who refuse it is death. That's the option. But we've been taught through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai, this ain't living. This ain't life. Period. All right. So they're trying to. The whole concept is not getting immortality from the Lord to get immortality from them. To make empty the soul of the hungry and cause the drink of the thirst to fail. And they're trying to eliminate majority of the poor. All right. The instrument also of the churl are evil. That instrument is M.O.T.B. That's the ultimate endgame. That's the ultimate enslavement. All right, where you don't even have rights. Period. He deviseth. He deviseth wicked devices. They planned this out for a long period of time. How to get everybody into um, this national debt. I did the show, and which like I said, I speak as a man. A lot of shit they got is by accident. Even this intelligent plan of putting everybody in debt, it's just all by accident because they're idiots. You expect to believe that a nation of can't get right can actually come up with this masterful plan for all these centuries, and they about to fulfill that particular plan when they can't even get out their own fucking direction. It has to be a divine intervention, and we know that. All right. It says to destroy the poor with lying words, and that's exactly what they're doing. To the point where they say they blame the poor for the shortcomings of the world. All right. It says, when the needy speak right, but the liberal devises liberal things, and by liberal things shall they stand. Which liberal things is what? The kingdom of heaven. All right. This man wants to take the world by storm. He wants to destroy everything. And this all is going to lead to the destruction of America, and going to be the destruction of this man power seat, everything. Revelation 14:9, it says, and the third angel said, follow them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, which the image of the beast is what? The New World Order. This whole social notion of people feeling isolated, where people are not even connected to one another, but yet when they get into these little devices, they feel more connected. This is all a spell. This technology is nothing but a giant spell off of people. All right, to lead them to their own downfall. So the image of the New World Order has always been the same. It's to enslave the majority of people, where you have no rights at all, and they expect people to make that choice. Okay, they won't be able to just force something into somebody. They're going to have people make choices. All right, that's how the Lord wants things to be done, and the Lord is going to use every single person and whatever they believe in, and He's going to test them. Revelation 3:10. He's going to test them. You believe in Allah? All right, let's see if Allah can get you out of this situation. It says, and receive His mark on his forehead or in his hand. I always like to bring up for the word forehead is metapon. Meta goes into now the Facebook. Oh, is it Facebook? Yeah, Facebook. Now it's called Meta. And they lost the lawsuit. I guess they got to pay what $1.5 billion to all parents whose children got affected by Facebook because they're feeling depressed, they're feeling anxiety, they're feeling things that a child not supposed to. Now they have like this whole new thing where there's restrictions for children. Why do you think this is happening for? Because they did what they had to do. This um, technology in the hands of the wrong people has completely destroyed the minds of the people to the point where people is going to make a choice when they when they have to make a choice. All right, but they forcing it. This whole entire shit is forced down people's throat. But if you get in your right hand, your forehead, you're done. You're toast. So the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Lord of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture in the cup of his indignation, which is righteous anger. He shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels, in the presence of the Lamb. So that a front row seat, Yahweh Shai, the angels, and the elect is going to see the reward of the wicked. This is dead serious. This is deadly serious. See, the devil is going to come and try to sell it to the people. He's selling these miracles. All right. It says, Revelation 16 and 14, for they are the spirits of devils working miracles. Oh, which is ironically funny because I was watching something else and it's basically brought up how even Elon Musk himself said that they summoning demons. I think it should be in that documentary as well. I can't remember. Right? So they're summoning demons, this intelligent beings, and which doesn't align with how mankind see things. But how they selling? They're selling it through. They're gonna sell it through miracles. All right. What did Elon Musk? Oh, it's in that video. Hold on, Slack here. Gotta go further here. Ba-ba-ba-bam. Or not this part. I hate when he does that.
Flying man reconstructed as a technological organism. The term made into some fluid, deliberate, eyes information to move directly between computers.
The cyborgians. I
Break down things, gave it peaceful video to expect, but nothing should be a surprise to authenticate yourself. Whatever you do, like you touch your.
I'm not trying to hear. She was trying to preach. This is the mother. It's not here.
Art is human, very powerful. The brain too, but with a chip interface. It has a hybrid nervous system.
Who built you? My name is Marcus Wright. You think you're human?
And that was from Terminator 4th one. It wasn't that good. Let me see if they have it. This is from a TV show in BBC. She was talking about transitioning, and it was like, oh, it's so crazy that these terminology are equal to a higher demonic state. The high demonic state that they're trying to achieve is what they call transhumanism. Okay, so a lot of these terminologies that they use now is just elementary to bring in their ultimate goal. But let me see if it isn't here. If it's not, it's okay. Okay, here's the devil.
Plants in the brain, helping the paralyzed regain movement in Kentucky and the blind to see in Michigan.
Those are the miracles. This is how they selling. This is how they selling. And I think this is a video where he says it. Let me see if it's it.
The artificial intelligence, we are summoning the demon. You know those stories where there's the guy with the pentagram and the holy water, and he's like, yeah, you sure you can control the demon?
This is the perfect setup for the mark of the beast. This is the perfect.
Because it is the mark of the beast. But it was another thing that he had said. And he was like, it's going to be like Jesus type level. So this is how they're going to sell it to the public. They're going to do a heavy PR on everything, and people are going to eat it, and they're going to think this is the only way. That's how they're going to see it. This is the only route. So that means all you other camps, we always bring it up and talk on the subject, you have a lot of explaining to do. A whole lot of explaining to do. Because it's right there. It's right in your face. It's right there. From the ultimate goal. This sister, I don't even think she's a part of a camp, but she was breaking it down like she was part of a camp. Right? You got the average The average person out here that's figuring this out, but all you Hebrew Israelite leaders outside of GMS, you act like this shit doesn't exist. The Lord has truly blinded you, and He's going to destroy you for that. So with that being said, something real quick to the spirit. Shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel. Shalom.